TriStateFootball.com here at Loveland High School with head coach Fred Cranford, and the Tigers went 6-4 in 2014 and looking for bigger and better things after the state championship in 2013. And Coach, let's start with the defensive side of the ball. What do you like about your team in 2015?
Defensively is definitely going to be our strength. There's no doubt about it. You know, our foundation here is built around our defense, and of course, you know, in 2013, that's what got us there and captured that title. Last year we played a lot of young guys, so we got a lot of guys with a lot of Friday night experience, and it's definitely something that we're going to be able to counterbalance there offensively, just because I know we're going to probably be getting off the field a little bit more often, a little bit sooner. So, you know, up front, Michael Newbold returning, Jake Saunders, you know, I think he's got 13 offers right now at a high level. So those are really the guys up front that are going to balance things out. And then, you know, behind them you've got Colton Lake, 6'3", 195, and then Eric Pop, 215, you know, 6 foot. So really between that little triangle of Jake and Eric and Colton, you've got 3 Division I football players that, you know, they're very humble, that they know they got a lot of work to do here. So I think we're getting their best effort, and they're great leaders and will be leaders on our defensive side. A lot of the defensive backs, our secondary coming back, are guys with a lot of experience, Blake Schlesner and Drew Steinbrenner, but we still have a lot of work to do defensively, but I think cohesively and talent and the experience coming back is going to be our backbone for sure.
Yeah, you flip to the other side of the ball. Plitt's a 2-year starter. He started the state championship game, won it. Luke Waddle. Don't have to run him, I guess, what you were telling me earlier. You wanted to have him carry the ball 30 times. Tell us about the backfield.
Well, dynamic, you know, and I think it really all starts around Drew Plitt, with what we're able to do with Drew and his arm and his athletic ability. You know, we hope to run Drew a little bit more as a senior. We sure know that he's going to be able to throw the ball. And then behind him, you got to figure out now who you're going to defend. You got Luke Waddell that we could probably put anywhere if needed. You know, we've got a couple kids, younger kids, that we know are very talented and that we're just going to have to compete. But, you know, Luke Waddell's special, but these other couple kids, I think that we, you know, if they do the things they need to do, could win out, they're going to be great. And to have to defend 4 guys in our backfield, it's a daunting task, but yet there's still a lot of summer left and a lot of work to do, a lot of learning. But I think, you know, in the backfield, it'll be a enjoyable year with our backfield. You know, mind you, we stay injury free just because of the weapons that they bring to the table. And at wide receivers, you know, there's just Michael Peters is going to be a returning, played behind Gio last year. That, you know, he's 6'3" type athlete that's going to present problems out on the edge. And then, you know, you got multiple other kids behind him that can do just different things. Really, collectively, though, as a program, is up front offensively is where we're going to have to rebuild and plug new guys in. The fortunate thing for us is we've got a lot of talent, you know, that we have to look at on our depth. That, you know, the cupboard's not bare, if you will, but they just don't have a lot of experience. So we hope that they're going in with our 3rd year running the wing T. They already know what to do. It's just finishing when they get there, kind of a thing. And hopefully every day we got to practice, they get better. So that's probably our weakest link, but you know, optimistic with the guys that we got going into the summer.
You know, how has things changed as a program here since you won the state title 2 years ago?
I think just a lot of energy, a lot of you know, enthusiasm. I know that was here well before I got here, but it's expectation. You know, there's a lot of people in this community that just expect to win. You know, from our end as a program, sure, we expect to win, but we've also got to take care of the little details along the way to make sure that happens. And I think that's on me to make sure our kids stay grounded and humbled and keep doing what they need to do in the summer, take 1 week at a time during, you know, August through November. So it's just the support since I've been here has been incredible. Just a lot of people wanting you to do well, but you know, they've got your back through the thick, through the thin. And you know, 6-4 really wasn't the way we figured to end last year, but optimistic community. They believe, and we're excited about this group moving forward. It's really tough. It's a perfect storm that, it's losing that 10th game last year. It's left a bitter taste in our mouth, and that we've got a lot of great leadership coming back, and then to have that taste throughout the whole entire summer. Got a lot of warrior leaders and talent that hopefully it could be a little perfect storm coming together.
Now, let's talk a little bit about your schedule. Oak Hills, Lebanon, in your non-conference, and then your league this year. I was talking with Coach Olds up at Kings. I don't know if I've ever seen this much depth as far as quality returning players, productive players that the ECC's bringing back.
And I think it's just a credit to the other coaches in the league and what they're doing and what they're about. They get the players out and to maintain and keep them. Everybody's putting together a great football team. They're putting together a great brand of football on Friday nights. It's competitive. In our league in the ECC, I mean, it's great credibility. There's great credibility for a Division II football league, and you've got to bring your best every Friday night or you'll get picked off. It's just that simple. So I think that's why it's so important that we take that 1 week at a time approach, or you're going to let one slip. It's an incredible league. A lot of great talents, and I think it's kudos to the other coaches and what they've done to really make this happen. So it's going to be a dogfight.
This will be your 10th year, a whole decade as a head coach now. What has been the most rewarding part of coaching for you outside of the state championship? Obviously, that was a great moment, but what's been the most rewarding part of the past decade?
When you look back in the last 10 years, personally, I've grown a lot. Not as a coach, but probably more as a mentor figure. It is, you hear this a lot. It truly is about the relationships and the kids that you've done something right when they gravitate back to you long after they've left. Through phone calls, social media, what it may be. I've been in players' weddings. I think it's the relationship and what you've done together because of that one common goal at some point. So, football doesn't change. Kids don't change. It's just the way you approach things. And I think that, I love the game, a lot of passion, but do nothing different than I did year one. Maybe a little bit better football players on the other end. So it's been crazy rewarding, and I think now that I've got my own personal, my own family and kids, to have them embrace and be a part of what I'm doing is extra special because it's a family thing now.
There you go, Fred Cranford, the head coach of the Loveland Tigers.